Okay, we have a 2v2, high-level 2v2 game being played live on the ladder at the moment. And it's got a couple of Japanese players in, so we're going to see how these guys go. I do have these guys the right way around. So we have All Hail Maximus playing as Tsukiyomi with the other portrait, the one where he's been hitting those cable curls, the ab cable crunches. He's been doing the whatever it is, Russian twists, whatever all the ab exercises are. That will be that guy. And then moving this side, it's literally just called Fire. So Odin, the blue fire player over here. Then on the other side, we have Sectro Nomal, who is, I believe, an Italian player who often plays with his partner. He's also Uranos, often plays with his partner Matrius, who, well, I mean, I don't think that they just play 2v2s. There's quite a few of these Italian guys from their clan that play some really high-level team games. But in this one, they're partners. It is Tsukiyomi again. So we've got two Tsukiyomis against each other. And then this side, we have a Uranos versus Odin. So this could potentially be such an aggressive matchup. I mean, the map here is Alfheim, I'm pretty sure. So Alfheim naturally kind of is a little bit more defensive. You can close off areas pretty well with some well-placed walls. Town centers as well secure quite a lot, to be honest. But just how these gods are. I mean, normally Tsukiyomi elite. I mean, these guys have been out for about a week and a half, I think, is how long the Japanese pantheon's been out. But so far, Tsukiyomi seems like the one that's best at raiding. So that means he'd be pretty good at team games, similar to how Odin is. Odin extremely strong, thanks to going through Freya, getting your Thundering Hooves, getting that sort of thing. Whereas Tsukiyomi could do something so similar, where you advance through the Fox Goddess, Inari Okami, and you get the upgrades related to that. You can drop your New Moon straight on the stable if you really want to, or you can just get those upgrades naturally, save that New Moon for later. But it's and then when you pair a scout with it, if you pair one of these Kitsune scouts with your army, then they get up to that 6.3 speed with an upgrade 6.6 speed, which actually rivals that of the Odin units. So he can really hold his own in this, whereas Uranos probably going to go in with those Mamillos, which are just, I mean, they're just so strong. Such good units, decently fast because you're Uranos, and that's kind of just the team game kind of meta. You want fast units to get some good raids off. We'll have a look at some of these relics. There is quite a lot. Looks like they will spawn around the outside, so that's good for me. Gold research cost for the armory is less, which is a pretty good relic. Arrows, what's this? Ranged soldiers, more damage. We've got temple improvements are cheaper. We've got here villagers cost less, which is always a sick relic, that one. Aging up is cheaper. It's okay. Heroes do more bonus damage versus myth units. It's going to be a very nice one. I think there's one right in the middle of the map too. Maybe there was one I missed as well, but there's counter cavalry units get extra range. I haven't really seen this one, but say we get if we see some spearmen from Matrius, or we see some herdmen from Fire here. Maybe that relic could be good. It looks like, oh, I thought that was a hero going straight for it, but it is a raven. God, so we're going through here. So we do see the New Moon dropped on the temple for Matrius. So he wants some of these Kitsunes. He's going for a Kitsune sort of rush here. So he's got 4 of these. They are very fragile. This upgrade does give them HP. So it's plus 75% HP and more line of sight. Plus they go up to 6.6 speed. But the kind of issue is with them is they're just so squishy. Yeah, maybe 200 HP is fine. Let's have a look. See what the Odin can do to stop this. Wonder how much damage a Hursa does in one go. They have decent pierce armor though, so we'll see if the Kitsune Rush can really do anything. Looks like Fire is on top of things. Didn't even take one shot from any of these Kitsune. But the Woodline villagers are going to go down slowly. I don't think he's actually going to get one. Yeah, they don't attack very quick either, so they're not the best raiders. But just some pressure kind of being put on from Matrius very early on here, and then he's going to go for a town center. I really like that play because I mean he's basically put in, how much is this? 25 food per Kitsune. You get 2 for free with Tsukiyomi. So he's put in 75 food, and his starting favor plus his god power, and now he's just going to be raiding with these while getting a back town center though. Not sure about that one. Potentially could have gone for a forward one, but then he doesn't know what the opposing Tsukiyomi is doing. But these back town centers, they just have nothing there. Like this one, absolutely nothing. But Matrius, he has checked both back town centers, so he knows that they haven't grabbed those ones. There is one bushy hero out though. Probably not the best hero considering they do have all that pierce armor. But yeah, they don't exude as much pressure as you might think. And I think on this side, the Uranos hasn't got too much out so far. Is that a barracks being dropped down? Just a normal military barracks? Yes. And then All Hail Maximus here is kind of going for that defensive style. So he's got, remember to move over here. So he's got a temple, he's got a guardhouse, he's got a stable. So just a little bit of everything. And actually someone was asking earlier how I use the find all production buildings button. So just assign this to anything that you can get in reach very easily, and then you can see all of your military buildings, and you can just click the portraits. It's so easy. It's such a great way to play. If you've never used hotkeys before and you want to start using any hotkeys, just hit it and you know exactly what it is. You can shift click the button if you really want to, and then you get 5 or whatever it is, and you can see exactly how many buildings you have. And you can also set all the waypoints together. So if you were to just press the button, then right click, unfortunately I can't because I'm not sectronomal here, but you can update all the waypoints to be together, which is what I use it for most of the time, to be honest, to set all the waypoints. And Fire is coming in with a bit of a raid, a bit of a delayed raid, but he is staying on that one town center, so can spend a lot more resources. Oh, looks like the villager coming back out. Nice shockwave from the Uranos though, but the villager does manage to get back in. Now the Naginata Riders on this side. Do I think that Samurai should have been nerfed? I don't think so. I think Amaterasu's Samurais, maybe, with their HP, maybe that's a little bit good. Or maybe how much XP she gets. But it seems like they just wanted to buff everyone else's XP instead. So we'll see how that goes. But Samurais on their own, I don't think so. I think they're good. And actually, Matrius is going pure Kitsunes here. Could get someone over to heal these up. But yeah, 6.6 speed. They all have 200 HP. I mean, maybe now they could do some decent raid damage. We'll see what they can do. And actually, we can't really see the Bushidos very easily, can we? Yeah, we can see them if we click on the old button here. Naginata Ride is actually catching out a random shrine. We're getting a nice wall up in the middle. So actually from this starting off as quite a heavy kind of raiding game from both sides. We had red doing some big raids, we had blue doing some big raids. It's kind of settled back now. And Fire is actually getting a really slow second town center. You think that if he's going for the slow second town center, why not go for one that gives him a bit of map pressure? Because he's definitely got it with the amount of raiding cavalry he has. Whereas All Hail Maximus here has gone fast heroic through Hachiman. The Tengu has been buffed. This lad, I think it's the damage that got buffed, I'm pretty sure. And the shrine trying to be taken out, but there's enough units here just to defend. Where did all those units go? I want to see where these Kitsunes are going. Because they could potentially get a big raid off here. Looks like Matrius is min defending also while this is going on, but here they come, and then there's just enough heroes. Looks like the other side is just definitely ready for it. Matrius needs to run back. Tengu as well, and he's going to get the Shogun. Basically, each Shogun slap here against a Kitsune, because they have so little armor, he should be able to get... Nope. I thought he would actually be able to swipe there. I was going to say he should be able to get a Samurai for each swipe, but these guys are just so fast, just kiting him around. Absolutely brutal. Don't see any ballistics in yet, so should be able to juke. But nice little building placement. He definitely could have moved next to it. And there we go. Didn't get a samurai for that one. And Matrius just says, I'm just going to delete these units. That's it. I don't want to give over anything. Unfortunately, not the best play, but he did delete them in time. They are cheap units, so maybe that's okay. Not ideal, but it is what it is. Then Sectro Normal here is going. He's going with his Mamillo. It's up against the Odin. Odin's already got out some throwing axemen, but I still think he should be able to win this fight unless the throwing axemen kind of run away from him while attacking. If you can surround them, could be pretty nice, but decent amount of raiding cavalry in. And big villager lead for the side of the red-green side, whereas the blue, light blue, I mean, he got his town centre, second town centre so late, and it was a fast heroic from all hail Maximus here, and hasn't really done too much with it. Is he going fast mythic or something? Like, what's the play for the teal player here? So if we look at his, it looks like he's going fast mythic, so he's pretty close on that food. Just needs to drop these villagers off. They're getting a bit confused about where they want to go, but I believe a fast mythic should be on the way. I mean, which fast mythic do you go? Do you want to spam out the Shinagamis? Is that the play? No, that's the other guy, right? I'm going to spam out the oh my, I don't know what they're called, but these guys on Merakes. On Merakes, you get the building work rate, which is actually insane, which basically is like a Rigsthula times 3 on all your buildings. So fast mythic through that guy, I mean, makes some sense. It means all your villagers are going to come out quicker. Every building just works like you basically have another half of one. So could be good. You probably don't want to pressure while this is going on, but maybe you just want to act like you've got more than you do so that the opposing players don't think you're going fast mythic. That's probably what's on the cards here. Also, this slow army does have double Kitsune with it. Doesn't have the Kitsune upgrade though, so not getting double value from it. And both sides just happy to kind of chill. See what's happening here. So we see it's literally just one player going up to the next age. That is it. There's no more mythic ages. There's no heroic age coming in for fire unless he's doing it soon. He's going through Skadi, so we'll have access to a frost whenever he wants to. Also nice throwing axeman upgrades to go up against the lots of Mamillos and potential samurai. So actually that is the comp. So we've got samurai on this side, we've got Mamillos this side. So Skadi definitely the choice. Now kind of just running back and forth. Yeah, Fire just making sure getting his houses up. No armory upgrades, really. Not expecting to fight anytime soon. Doesn't even have medium cavalry either. And all hail Maximus here is getting the value of using this on his armory. So he gets bronze armor, gets golden kite, then also gets ballistics and the whatever it's called, the fire weapon, burning pitch. But could have got bronze armor and then done it, but I mean that's just so expensive. How much does he have? He could have got a couple of bronzes and then done that. Maybe bronzes while he was going up, but decides against that one. And now he is getting this divine perfecture work rate of everything. So that's why the fast mythic came in for him. He also gets his sacred gate, so he can reuse any of these god powers. So actually that's why the new moon was in, because he can just reuse it again on his thing. He can now reuse it again and get a double cappers if he really wants to. Like, nice play from Matrius. Is going to just get rid of his units using his smiting gust. On this side, we see a pretty big chaos, and a frost is in response. So chaos not getting the most value. Of course, I probably said prefecture wrong. Prefecture. Dyslexia coming in clutch, as it always does. Reading new things. And we're not seeing mass on Meraki. I thought maybe that was the call. He is going to be getting his iron weapons in. So, I mean, pretty big power spike for all hail Maximus here. Carnivore trying to come in to stop the wall. Should be able to take down a throwing axeman or two. Unfortunately, all the units are going after ones that are already frozen. And Red is using What was that on? Looks like he did it on the armory too. So yeah, he wanted those bronze armory upgrades. The thing is, though, he spent 100 favor on that, which isn't ideal. It looks like it is just two 1v1s happening here. Shockwave from Sectro normal to get away. And probably doesn't want to fight underneath that hill fort. And now we see second town center coming up later on. What is kind of the plan? Apart from having big iron upgrades, there's just not too much that he's really got to play with. But managing to kind of pressure out this side, not too many units here, so Matry's playing around it pretty nicely. Third town center up for fire, the one in the middle of the map, and it is getting rid of the Aranos. Any other ages coming in? Not yet. And here we go. This is more the play I was expecting. If you see a player go for some kind of fast mythic, you just want to put the pressure on or use what you've got to your advantage. Basically, he's got full iron. He's got two shoguns. You just hit the go button and drop something forward, and that is what he's doing now. If he gets both shoguns here, should spawn so many samurais. You basically against a myth unit, you pretty much get you get a guy every 1.5 hits pretty much, and actually fire coming over to capitalize on these samurai as well. Collapse on those samurai. Looks like there's kappas for both sides. There's kappas number 2 for teal, and blue is actually just going to run away here. He does have this fast army though, which can kind of go wherever he wants. Whereas the slow army that's walking with this Satyr's ridiculously so. I think Fire's kind of baiting that he's helping out here. Fortunately, Maximus throwing away a couple of units there, but kind of baiting that he's helping there and then coming back this way. But Sectro not gonna fall for that one. Oh, couple of units stuck next to the pillar. Happens to the best of us. And a nice hill fort in the middle. Also securing this third Matrius town center, which is why I was surprised why all the players went for kind of back town centers. Maybe just respecting their opponents quite heavily. But Sectro did manage to get his third town center, so he does have 3. It's just this one's going to be a point of contention at some point. Fire trying to secure the middle, which absolutely makes sense. Because it means you can kind of weave between both sides. And Tsukiyomi, or Matrius as well, going through the other god through the mythic age, unless it's the same guy, and I just got completely. It's the same guy. It's the same guy. So we're going to see repeat of every god power. Just have his new moon. Probably going to be on the armory, just because he needs to be in tow with this one. And what are we seeing this one on? On the castle? What are the castle upgrades that he manages to get here? So he used this one earlier. So he wanted advanced fortifications and Tenchu. That was what he used that 100 favor on. That's pretty wild. Just really wants these castles to just kind of sit and stay. Tartarian Gate nicely put in. One hero Katarius is going to force back some units. Shouldn't force back all of them, but potentially that's what Fire's going for. I think just a few heroes. Maybe the Frost Giant's going to be pretty good. He's got a decent amount of crush damage, but they're all going to be going back. And unfortunately, Sectro just wasn't in a position to really do anything. If his units were kind of here, then he might be able to do something. And another use of the Kappas coming down. But the Shogun getting good value. And these on Marakis, they're just so annoying. Absolutely so annoying. It's constant value from those guys. Throw in their, what are they called, wretches down. A nice castle back here, which should be able to make light work of the samurai with their extra upgrade plus Tsukiyomi upgrade. Now Sectro is getting something done. He's taken the hill fort down, and all of the units will eventually come back. Doesn't need to leave old Bluetooth back here to deal with the Tartarian spawns, and just whooshes away a handful of units. I think Matrius really wants his TC here. Nice wall placement, which means that these Oyumis can run away. Surprised to not see some of the other dudes, to be honest. They're my favorite ones. But maybe it's hard to get hard to get them out. They also can't really siege from range. So if you've got a town center, you kind of need to have a big army there. Frost, number 2, because the town center did go down. So the Uranos did get some value from dropping his Tartarian gate here, did manage to take down a town center. But Fire will be getting that one up. I assume he has the resources. He does have the resources, and also going through tier also off this. So it's going to be another big Mythic Age coming in. And the off Merakis. So dumb. I don't know. I just don't like flying units being good. They're just annoying. Do we see a straight Fimbulwinter? Yes, we do. Fimbulwinter going to be coming in. Some pretty good spawns, to be honest. Just going to spawn back here. And that is when Matrius' army runs away. That could have been pretty nice for this fight. Matrius plays around it nicely. And then the kind of delayed settlement coming in. But should be up in time. Whether that's going to be enough to kind of help defend or not. There are some great Jarls out. It does have Thundering Hooves, but that's it. It didn't go Njord, so it doesn't have any those extra upgrades for those Jarls. Make them a little bit stronger. I think Fimbulwinter's in, and now it's kind of swapped the other side. There's a big chaos this side, but I mean, throwing Axemen doing good damage against each other. Surprised to not see only God Powers kind of helping out the friendly side. It seems to be 2 1v1s. Oh yes, we get to see, because this is a live game, we get to see how much damage these things are doing. Just a cheeky 1600. And the switch into Champion Yumi Horse Archers doesn't even fit on. Look at all those upgrades. What was this one? So this was the ranged soldiers. Oh, just deal 5% more damage. Why not? It's got some bonus damage versus buildings. Here he is. On Myoji. If you get a few of these out, they are scary. But green is winning on this side pretty hard. I think it's kind of swapped where Teal's winning down here against Matrius with his fast mythic push, and then Sectro Normal is beating Fire up because he was booming right from the start. We've seen some Fenris Wolf Brutes. What's his sort of... He's got 55 favor. I mean, could get a few of those out. The issue is Sectro can just get loads of heroes in. Excuse me. He only has 3 oracles though, so maybe can't spam heroes as much as otherwise if he had 5 or 6 of those bad lads. Become the Yumi Horse Archers. These guys are brutal. I mean, it is like a chariot archer that just shoots quicker, isn't it? Or actually, it's pretty similar. It's kind of hard winning here, but Sectro is also hard winning this top side, pushing back so far. Looks like Maximus is actually coming over to help out, dropping a tower down with his villagers this side. Already has a tower this side. Also a couple of units coming. Unfortunately, if they're going to run in one by one, it's not ideal. But also not relenting the pressure this side. And now the Shinobis do counter these so hard. And it is slowing down Maximus's push. Yes, here we go. Here we go. He's a lad. Look at them. 117 crush per attack. Like, what? Yes. How much are they? 250 gold, 5 favor. Look at them. Good against everything. Needs to run back, though. Don't want to lose them. Oh, they're so valuable. They can heal each other up, though. But even some back guard towers coming in. Maximus playing that well. It is going to push back all of these dwarves. Are there any gold mines for him? There is this one. There's a trade started. We can see that there's some slow kind of moving blue squares. Normally means there's a trade. But it needs to get some big guard tower value here. It does have all the upgrades on it, which is nice. Plus the nice Tsukiyomi upgrade. Definitely got that one earlier. Tenchu, which just gives them more damage. And the town center has been grabbed for a while, so 4 TC against 2 TC. And Matri is just swapping. He's saying, I guess I'm going to sack my base because you don't have enough siege. I guess that's what he's saying. Fortunately, yeah, as good as these guys are, they just can't sit on this front line. They don't tank at all. It looks like they've got a lot of armor, but they only have 174 HP compared to a normal siege unit. It's nothing. They go down so quick. You need a ball of them or you need them with units. And now the Shinobi coming over, they're pretty good siege units in their own right, is going to be able to do decent damage to this fortified town center. But guard tower, castle, the fortified town center itself, more of the hero boys. I think Matrius will be able to take this side out while Teal is coming over just to help his partner. I assume there's trades for both sides. Yeah, we got trades everywhere, so the gold mines aren't really mattering as much anyway. I mean, this is what makes him good, is that he does decent damage against all the units, unlike any other siege. Oh, the Kappa's dropped again. Kappa's to help out this side. It's going to force some units back. I think Green's pressure is kind of slowly dissipating. If we move over to his side, what has he got? 227. He has obviously managed to take this town center. We're kind of neglected to say. So four TCs for both Teal and Green. If he can get this one back up, has enough pressure on Matrius that's probably is the case. And Matrius coming over with the really nice champion Shinobi raids. You can't turn around and fight these guys. You need something back here to deal with it. And there was just not a wall here, so you can just do it for free. Why not? Against this side, how much value these towers getting? 2,000 damage on this front one, so Maximus definitely dropped that down at the right time. And with Samurai off. Villagers trying to come this side. And potentially match some of these towers from the other side. So, oh no, just going for that gold mine. I think his gold situation should be fine. I mean, he's got loads of villagers. He's got 80 villagers. Maybe started his trade a little bit late. Now Maximus. Maximus going to be getting his settlement back. So he'll be back in a big advantage in this bottom side matchup. I mean, Green is just pushing so hard. It's got the fire siphons out now, the Arcus Ball. I mean, what's the best thing for fire to deal with? I guess get some Huskars out, but then the Huskars just get teared down by those Mamillos, so he definitely needs some kind of throwing axeman. So the Onmyojis are coming over to help. I liked the idea of those Fenris wolf broods from earlier, whether he's got a decent amount of favor sat in the bank or not. It's just have 95 and has all the food. He could get some of those out. It's not a play we see very often, but you get a decent amount of temples out. They spam out quick, and it could just be a little bit of a surprise. I mean, in terms of numbers, it's been so equal for this entire game so far. The samurais are fighting back. Dojos in the middle for Maximus are eventually going to go down. So look at him. He just does the deeps. We don't want to watch him die. And then some nice forward guard towers, but Oyumi's in. Oyumis are the siege weapons that you need if you only have 2 or 3. If you only have 2 or 3 and you just want to siege something down and that's it, these are your guys. If you want to get some healers in, if you want to have something that's going to deal damage as well or is in a bulk with your army, then get out the other ones, get out the hero boys. But just normal siege weapons, these are kind of superior with just a couple of them. Fortunately, Matrius does have them a little bit too far forward, so not really proving my point. But they do have more range than everything. Our Sectro is really getting this position locked down. I mean, so many barracks coming in. Has allowed Matrius to get a gold mine on this side. This gold mine's gone. This gold mine's gone. The trade is down here for Matrius, so Maximus could come down and get some kind of wall off here, or could push down here in some way. Not going for that one. Kind of throwing away these heroes. Or is he? Absolutely crazy big brawls happening in this center side. Fire's holding on pretty nicely to be honest, to keep Sectro out. I mean, Mattress, of course, doing pretty well as well. Looks like all hell Maximus giving resources over to Fire. I assume that's the perspective I am. Unfortunately, as I say that, basically all his units die and is really struggling on the units. I think Maximus struggling on the units too. Yeah, just has resources for days. We saw he just gave units away, but for some reason just doesn't have any units out. And this is letting the red-green side push pretty well. Even the 2TC player pushing this side. Dojo's up, trying to get guard towers up. The guard towers all going down to those Oyumis. Whether or not Maximus is just saying, have this one and I'll help push green back. I don't know where his units are. How many buildings does he have? He's got plenty of buildings. Got 10 dojos. 5 stables. Right, it's definitely letting red back into this one. And then I guess the Odin is just running out of stuff. Now he's got loads. Got loads of resources. It was potentially a bit of a raid, unless these guys were going all the way down there, which probably wasn't ideal if that's where they were heading. But yeah, it's got loads of resources sat in the bank. There was another Kappas. Drop down. Gotta love the Kappas. And I think Matrius Sectro are pushing back pretty nicely. All of this used to have blue buildings in it, but it doesn't anymore. Sectro just needs to come down, slap a palace here. He's got enough pressure to do so for sure. And Matrius just needs to just keep this town center down. He knows that he's defended pretty nicely, even down a town center, so just needs to keep, or down 2 town centers even, needs to take this one, just leave it be. While his mate comes and pushes. But I mean, look at all the towers. There's so many. Fire Siphons need to get in and do something. Even if Matrius just sends a couple of these Oyumis up, that they can outrange the watchtowers, whereas the Fire Siphons can kind of get clipped by whatever's there and just slowly kind of eat the damage. The Ark is coming in. You don't want to do that. I guess he's trying to go for something. Maybe that was a bit of a misclick. I think it was a misclick. That feels bad. Lampedes are also an option in this, like, ultra late game situation. The Fire Siphons, I mean, there's so much investment in these guard towers. They are slowly going down. And now Matrius going to get his town center back. And he's going to be equal to Maximus and just have a bit of pressure, bit of momentum to push through. The heavy ballisters are a nice choice here, but now the Cantarius are going to get on. And, I mean, well, guard towers with crenellations, they do a decent amount. Also, unfortunately, with how Fire's trade is, he won't have gold for ages and then just have loads. It just feels bad when it's like that, when it's all together. And Maximus says no, and Fire's going to say no as well. So nice play from Matrius and Sectro. I mean, Matrius held on this bottom side so nicely. Sectro with the huge push. The back and forth was pretty crazy, but GG.